anyway, moving swiftly on. Number 3 in this list, again, like I say, you can't grade it. Like, I'm not grading it. It's not like, you know, a list in order of merit. It's just a list. Put them wherever the fuck you want to put them. Geezer Butler, number 3.
So love me is to know me. If you learn anything I talk.
I've obviously already talked about him in another blog. It might be the first records that made the record blog I did. Geezer, I mean, he's just a cool, like, you know, it's interesting to me. Geezer kind of epitomizes the humble giant almost in terms of his technical ability, but also how vocal he is or how vocal he isn't. I know he recently put out an autobiography, which I think has flown relatively under the radar because of this reason, because he's like, you know, Terminator X from Public Enemy way back in the day. He speaks with his hands. Like, he also speaks through his lyrics. Like, lyric writer, music writer for Black Sabbath, very prominent with that, but also, you know, on the bass. And he just made the shit look cool, like, and sound cool. And, you know, the way he weaves and interplays with both bass and drums in those compositions, especially early Sabbath, but throughout, it's like, it's priceless, really. I'm really confused about one thing though, which is why more people weren't really driven to be so good, like to have such virtuosity on their instrument, on the bass, upon hearing him, because Sabbath influenced everybody, like really in the land of rock and metal. Yet they went, I've mentioned this before in other blog, like they went with the riffing. But this is my opportunity to do the first couple of my honorable mentions in this 5 list, because, the reason, again, like I could have said this at the beginning, but it flows how it flows. The reason why I went with 5 instead of 10 is because I'm not a bass player. Like, I'm a guitarist, I'm a singer. Those are my areas of expertise. And I didn't really want to get on here chatting about bass players like I know the bass inside out. Like, to me, that would be a little bit overstepping the mark. So I chose 5. But as I was going through the 5, or as I was trying to pick 5, I came up with a whole bunch of other names. And I thought, okay, shit, this ain't going to be as easy as all that. And I don't really want to leave people out. So do the honorable mention. So as I say, Geezer's at number 3, but kind of offshoots of his highly skilled playing. For that, I would mention Steve Harris, of course, with the fingers, his bass. I've always found it funny because, Steve Harris, obviously amazing bass player, nothing but respect for what he's brought to the game. But that is the highest, in terms of, octaves or whatever. That's the highest sounding bass guitar ever. Like, it's like, whew, it's so bright. But yeah, a beast nonetheless.